Governor Grisham, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I am honored to welcome you all on behalf of the Ministry of Economic Affairs to this 2023 United States Business Days. I would like to sincerely express my appreciation to AIT and ASOA for supporting the United States Business Days every year and to TAITRA for planning and professionally managing this annual grand event for business matchmaking and interaction. Today it's our pleasure to have so many friends from the United States traveling such a long distance to join us for the United States Business Days. Your attendance this year confirms the closer trade and economic relationship between Taiwan and the United States. We are both protagonists and witness to the constant deepening of Taiwan-United States trade and economic relationship. Taiwan and the United States are long-term strategic partners, and our cooperation has yielded sweet fruit either on this strategic level or in economic and trade cooperation. We signed the first phase agreement of the United States-Taiwan initiated on 21st Century Trade in June this year. The MOEA has and the United States Department of Commerce jointly established the Technology Trade and Investment Cooperation Framework by the end of 2021. We have jointly organized many events that facilitate two-side trade investment and industrial interaction and encourage the participation of the private sector from both sides. Moreover, in May this year, Taiwan led one of the largest select USA delegations to the United States. TAITRA also led a business opportunity delegation to visit Arizona and Texas in June, helping Taiwanese firms learn more about business cooperation in the United States. Under this critical bilateral engagement, bilateral trade between Taiwan and the United States grew dramatically. In 2022, the United States was Taiwan's second largest trade partner, with a total bilateral trade of $120.5 billion. Total trade, a growth of the 14.83% compared to 2021. According to the United States DCS statistics, Taiwan was the 9th largest trade partner of the United States in 2022. All bilateral investment also speak of our close economic and trade partnership. The United States is a significant investment destination for Taiwan. Taiwan's total investment in the United States are more than $28.5 billion, which similarly, the United States is one of our most crucial investment sources. The United States investment of Taiwan are more than $26.5 billion. The Taiwan trade issue has become the focus of global security and international prosperity concerns. Yet, according to survey by the Chambers of Commerce of the United States and Germany, 90% of their members has confidence in Taiwan's investment environment. Major international companies such as Applied Materials, ASML, and Merck has successfully invested in Taiwan, showing foreign investors has confidence in the Taiwan market. Taiwan has always been a trusted partner in the global supply chain. For today's U.S. business we have chosen understanding the restructuring trend of the global supply chain and strengthening the Taiwan-U.S. business partnerships. As it seems, it is topical in harmony with current international economic and trade. In the future, the supply chain will face ever-changing demands, and the prices will need increases resilience and great agility to ride the development of emerging technologies such as AI. Business opportunities in Taiwan are founded on our advantage in semiconductor, 5G, and performance computing. In this era of the unforeseen changes, we look forward to ever deepening Taiwan-United States cooperation and to jointly discovering new cooperation models that pave the pace of future success. Strengthening economic and trade cooperation with the United States is also one of our priorities. The MOE has signed economic and trade cooperation MOUs this past year with Arizona, New Mexico, Virginia, and Kentucky. This MOU will expand our industrial cooperation and enhance business opportunities through matching opportunities. MOUs assist the company of both signatures to do business in each other's markets and achieve win-win goals. More than 15 states have set up office in Taiwan, and Virginia has also established its office in Taiwan. This afternoon's ribbon-cutting ceremony inaugurates closer trade and investment relationship between Taiwan, Greater China, and the Indo-Pacific region. The MOE will continue to go through related bilateral dialogue platform to reinforce this bilateral economic and trade partner relationship with the United States, deepen substantial collaboration with United States, assist companies of both sides in knowing each other further and facilitate commerce interaction. This is also the main reason for holding the United States Business Days. Finally, I would like to thank Taitra for organizing this event and the AIT and the ASOA for supporting it. I wish you all great success and more rewarding and enjoyable time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to Vice Minister Lin. 谢谢次长，请次长回座。再来呢，我们要邀请的是美国在台协会孙小雅处长上台致辞。Next up, we would like to invite Ms. Sandra Ockirk, Director of AIT, to share a few remarks with us. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Director Ockirk.
Chairman Huang, Vice Minister Lin, Director Locasio, Governor Hobbs, Governor Lujan Grisham, good morning, Dao An, Da Da Hao. At the outset, I want to begin by expressing my appreciation to Taitra and the Ministry of Economic Affairs for extending their warm invitation to this esteemed gathering. It is truly an honor to be here today at U.S. Business Day, surrounded by such distinguished participants, including Director Locasio from the National Institute of Standards and Technology, or NIST, and the governors of Arizona and New Mexico, as well as state officials from Georgia, Idaho, Guam, and Virginia. Your presence here underscores the significance of this event, and it reflects the strengthened ties between the United States and Taiwan. Indeed, we have observed a notable resurgence in the establishment of new state offices in Taiwan over the past 3 years, including West Virginia, Pennsylvania, New Mexico, Montana, and Minnesota. This serves as a clear indicator of the rising levels of trade and investment flowing in both directions between the United States and Taiwan. State-level initiatives form the foundation of our mutually beneficial commercial relationships. We have much to celebrate this year, as the partnership between the United States and Taiwan is closer than ever. Bilateral trade between the United States and Taiwan increased nearly 20% in 2022, with Taiwan being the United States' 9th largest trading partner, outpacing large markets, including India. Just this past June, we jointly signed the first chapters of the U.S.-Taiwan Initiative for 21st Century Trade. The Biden administration is using this mechanism to help smooth the way for increased two-way trade and investment with transparent rules, guidelines, and practices. In 2022, Taiwan's foreign direct investment position in the United States was $22.4 billion, supporting more than 22,000 jobs in the United States. And the United States ranks as Taiwan's third largest source of inbound investment, with cumulative investments totaling $25.9 billion as of the end of 2022. In May, I was honored to join more than 200 business delegates from 100 Taiwan companies participating in the Select USA Investment Summit. They then broke up into groups and they traveled around the United States, meeting with potential partners and federal and state officials to deepen their understanding of and connection to the U.S. market. We recognize that recent U.S. legislation, such as the CHIPS and Science Act, the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, and the Inflation Reduction Act, have enhanced the appeal of the United States as an investment destination for innovative Taiwan companies and their suppliers. These investments facilitate the integration of Taiwan companies into the American economy, particularly in the semiconductor, electric vehicle, and broadband sectors. Additionally, they open the doors for enhanced bi-directional exchanges of people, culture, and community-oriented entrepreneurship opportunities. While we are working closely to attract Taiwan investment to the United States, I want to highlight that investment flows both ways. This year, we've witnessed expansions by giants like Micron, Qualcomm, Integris, and NVIDIA in Taiwan. Investments in the U.S. and Taiwan complement each other, ensuring the continued growth and mutual benefit of our economies and our peoples. The synergy between Taiwan and the United States is truly remarkable, and it is this spirit of cooperation that will continue to drive our partnership to new heights. U.S. Business Day reflects that strength and our deep ties. It is an honor to join you here again today, and I look forward to continuing to solidify partnerships that will make our economy stronger and more resilient. Thank you. 谢谢大家.
Thank you very much to Director Ockert. Thank you. 谢谢处长. Please take your seat. 接下来呢，让我们邀请美国国家标准技术研究院的院长 Dr. Lori Locascio 上台致辞。Next, please welcome Dr. Lori Locascio, Director of the National Institute of Science and Technology, to share a few remarks with us. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Locascio.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. And I'm so pleased to be here for the 12th U.S. Business Day. And of course, I would like to thank Deputy Minister Lin and Chairman Wang and our host from the Ministry of Economic Affairs and the Taiwan External Trade Development Council for having us here. Thank you also, of course, to the American Institute in Taiwan and the American State Offices Association for organizing today's event. Now, I am sure that the matchmaking meetings, investment opportunities seminar, and supply chain partnerships forum will be of great value to everyone participating. It is great to be here today also with Governor Hobbs of Arizona and Governor Grisham of New Mexico, as well as representatives from Idaho, Georgia, and the Commonwealth of Virginia. Your presence here today is a testament to the broad and deep ties that bind our two economies together. It is heartening to hear that those ties are only growing, with new state offices opening here all the time. The United States greatly values its close relationship with Taiwan, our 9th largest trading partner and an important economy in the Indo-Pacific region. The U.S. Department of Commerce attaches great importance to strengthening two-way commercial ties with Taiwan, as evidenced by this high-level trade mission, as well as our work to promote commercial partnership with Taiwan through Select USA and continued engagement with the U.S.-Taiwan Technology Trade and Investment Collaboration Framework. The Technology Trade and Investment Collaboration Framework focuses on 5 key sectors: semiconductors, electric vehicles, next-generation communication, sustainable energy, and finally, the reason I'm here, cybersecurity. I am proud to be leading a delegation of 13 U.S. cybersecurity companies who are here for the 2023 Cybersecurity Business Development Mission. Our country's innovative industry leaders are looking to find business partners from Taiwan's large, sophisticated information communications technology sector. And I'm so pleased that our participants will have important opportunities, such as this one, to reach customers in Taiwan in the financial services, public sector, healthcare, manufacturing, telecom, energy, and other industries. We are committed to working with Taiwan authorities and the private sector to improve the business climate here for U.S. firms and to explore ways we can work together to enhance cybersecurity capabilities across the region. Now, NIST has played an important role in cybersecurity since the very beginning and the earliest days of the field. Our guiding principles when it comes to cybersecurity is cultivating trust in technology and trust between organizations. And this trust is built through advancement of cybersecurity privacy standards and guidelines, as well as technologies and measurements. At NIST, we understand the value of collaboration. We work closely with others to innovate and to respond to emerging threats. And we are committed to working with you to address cybersecurity threats for a better future for everyone. I'm particularly proud of the NIST-led collaborations that have resulted in cybersecurity innovations and broadly accepted guidelines, such as the NIST Cybersecurity Framework. And we are in the process of we've released a draft of Cybersecurity Framework 2.0 and are still seeking input on that revision. We expect to release that final version in early 2024, and we welcome your participation and your engagement in the process. Working together, we can face current and emerging cybersecurity threats to ensure the quality of products, protect consumer information, health, and safety, facilitate trade, and respect people's privacy and rights. I'm honored to be here today. Thank you so much, and I wish you the best for today's event.
Thank you very much to Dr. Lokasha. Thank you. Please take your seat. 接下来呢，我们要邀请的是美国亚利桑那州的州长 Katie Hobbs 上台致辞。Next, please welcome Honorable Katie Hobbs, Governor of the State of Arizona, to share a few remarks with us. Welcome.
Good morning, Chairman Wong, Deputy Minister Lin, Director Odekirk, Director Locasio, Governor Lujan Grisham, and other distinguished guests. It is such an honor and pleasure to be here in Taipei for what I hope is the first of many visits during my tenure as Arizona's governor. Our delegation is proud to be in attendance at the 12th U.S. Business Day in Taiwan, and we are deeply grateful for the wonderful hospitality that we have received here. Arizona and Taiwan share a bond unlike any other. This bond has been forged through decades of mutual support and exchange that includes cultural, economic, academic, and even collaboration on national defense. For example, since 1996, pilots and crew of the Taiwan Air Force have trained at Luke Air Force Base in Arizona on the F-16 aircraft. More recently, during the global COVID-19 pandemic, Taiwan stepped up as one of the first partners to provide personal protective equipment to Arizona medical workers during our time of need. And today, as we speak, there are over 12,000 construction workers, plus many more support staff, building 2 Taiwan semiconductor manufacturing company semiconductor fabs in Phoenix. This project is part of a $40 billion investment from TSMC that will make Arizona the home of the most advanced semiconductor technology for mass production in North America. And that is quite a distinction. This project is the result of years of ongoing collaboration and represents the most significant economic development project anywhere in the world. I've been fortunate to visit the site of TSMC's Phoenix operations a few times and have been blown away by the scale and advanced nature of these facilities. TSMC may be the largest Taiwan-based company to expand in Arizona over the last few years, but they are certainly not the only ones. Since 2020, we've been proud to announce at least 10 expansions from Taiwan-based companies, including Changchun, Sunlit Chemical, LCY Chemical, Jinghee Science Company, Market Tech International Corporation, United Integrated Services, KPCT Advanced Chemicals, Taiwan Puritic Corporation, and Hermes Epitech. Together, these expansions represent hundreds of jobs and billions of dollars in new investments in Arizona. Last June, we were proud to celebrate the grand opening of the first branch of the Bank of Taiwan in Arizona. Investments between our economies flow both ways. Last year, Arizona imported more than $2.5 billion worth of goods from Taiwan companies. This figure grew by nearly 100% over the previous year, reflecting the rapidly expanding trade opportunities between our 2 economies. To facilitate and expand this two-way trade, this year, the state of Arizona was proud to launch a new trade and investment office based in Taipei, a symbol of our long-term commitment to this economic partnership. And I'm here to tell you that it's not just Taiwan's leading companies that are discovering the benefits of doing business in Arizona. Technology leaders from around the world are choosing to expand in Arizona, making our state the #1 destination in the United States for foreign direct investment. The list of global innovators includes Intel, LG Energy Solutions, Northrop Grumman, Fujifilm Electronic Materials, Virgin Galactic, and Benchmark Electronics, to name a few. These companies have discovered what so many Taiwanese companies have discovered, that Arizona is a premier environment for business, especially for technology and advanced manufacturing. Arizona has one of the fastest growing populations in the U.S., combined with world-class universities and colleges. We provide top-ranked infrastructure and energy reliability. We are close to major world markets, including more than 85 million consumers within a day's drive. We have a robust regional supply chain and thriving innovation ecosystem. And perhaps most importantly, Arizona offers not only the best place to grow a company and compete globally, but the best place to live, work, and raise a family. I speak from experience as someone who was born, went to school, raised my family, and pursued my career in Arizona. We are full of vibrant, diverse, welcoming communities matched by an unbeatable quality of life. I want to emphasize that you will not find a better business partner than Arizona. Over many years, Arizona and Taiwan have built a durable and lasting partnership, one that is rooted in a firm foundation of friendship. We are 100% committed to this partnership and taking it even further. The people of Arizona stand with the people of Taiwan. By continuing to work together and build upon our decades of close collaboration, our shared future will be very bright. Thank you again for your warm welcome and tremendous hospitality, and I look forward to continuing our amazing partnership. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Governor Haas. Thank you. Please take your seat. 紧接着呢，我们欢迎的是美国新墨西哥州的州长 Ft.呂忠达上台致辞。And next, we would like to bring up to the stage Honorable Ft.呂忠达, Governor of the State of New Mexico, to share a few remarks with us. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Governor Ft.呂忠达.
Good morning. Thank you very much again for this honor of being back in Taipei. I want to thank so many, that would take probably all morning, of the individuals who have led this hospitality and invitation. But certainly in particular, thank you very much, Chairman Huang. Thank you very much, Vice Minister Ling. I want to specifically highlight my partner, Governor Katie Hobbs. And she made a very incredible case for not just Arizona, but the West and the Southwest in particular, where we will tell you collectively that the economic conditions are strong and robust, and certainly the recognition by the people of Taiwan is playing out in economic successes in our state every day. In 2019, after I was first elected, we set a very broad economic platform or framework for success. And in fact, it has exceeded all of our expectations. And in every single one of those sectors, we are beating the national averages at economic growth and employment growth in the country. And for a state that's small, 2 million people, that's nearly impossible if you don't double the size of the state unless you have an incredible workforce and you have the opportunity to have partnerships like the partnerships that we celebrate by being here today. I'm going to tell you what those 9 sectors are. Renewable energy, film and media, tourism and hospitality, with a particular focus on outdoor recreation, foreign trade, which of course I'll speak to a bit later, aerospace, intelligent manufacturing, sustainable agricultural, cybersecurity, and biospace. Now, in the context of foreign trade and intelligent manufacturing, I am pleased to continue to highlight and report that our investments in southern New Mexico, at what we refer to as the Borderplex, is incredibly strong and growing. The Borderplex creates opportunities for trade as we are exactly halfway between major ports in the U.S., ports of LA, ports of Houston. We've invested literally hundreds of millions of dollars in infrastructure assets to the Borderplex, not the least of which is continuing to have a robust and I hope rewarding investment and partnership with the federal government as we look to expand the port of entry at Santa Teresa, which we're feeling very confident is well on its way, which will increase opportunities for that intelligent manufacturing, foreign direct investments, and related companies' success in the southern part of the state. Now, we have 2 companies that I know you all are very familiar with, Admiral Cable, I want to thank them, and Symmetric. And tomorrow, we will be announcing the details of another partner, so I hope you will share an interest in the particulars of that announcement with HOTA. And we are going much further, not just in the Borderplex investments, but investments in all of those 9 economic sectors. I think it's important to note that New Mexico has the first commercial inland spaceport, not just in America, but in the world. We led the world and the United States in the first commercial testing launches that were successful. And as many of you know, in the context of those high-tech innovations and investments, New Mexico has been the first state and the first to engage in aerospace tourism. And I think we've had 2 successful flights in that case, and we are looking to expand in that effort and in those innovations, not just at the spaceport, but in the state as its entirety. I also want to point out that we have the nation's leading engineering school at New Mexico Tech, which is not too far from the Borderplex. engaging students not just from New Mexico, but internationally as well, producing that workforce that we know in intelligent manufacturing, aerospace, cybersecurity, bioscience, and any number one of those innovations, including the U.S.'s effort at making sure, and you heard that from my colleague, Governor Hobbs, that our work in semiconductor aspects, Intel's also a partner in New Mexico with a sizable investment in increased work, employment, and employment growth. In fact, I think their announcement was to have about 1,500 new employees, and it looks like it's going to be double that. Just to give you a sense about the kind of growth that's occurring in the state of New Mexico, and frankly, in the entire region in the West. In the context of renewables, we just announced America's first onshoring, reshoring of solar manufacturing. We have a renewable goal for renewables in the state to be at 80% of our utility portfolio by 2045, working to actually beat that. But another reason to be here with the leaders that are here is to make sure that the interruptions that have restricted to some degree all of our economic successes and predictability, that we work diligently on making sure that our partnerships create the opportunities to re-disrupt the supply chain in our favor, making sure that goods and services for all of our economic partnerships are successful. And certainly in the renewable energy aspect and broadband work, we are excited about the next level participations with businesses and business leaders from Taiwan. We have the largest wind farm in North America. We announced that, as I just referenced, Maxion, which is the solar company that will create thousands of jobs in solar manufacturing in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And the next big thing that we certainly want to highlight and announce to so many interested parties and leaders here today is that our confidence is growing that New Mexico will in fact lead 4 states in a hydrogen hub, making sure that decarbonizing transportation is a leading economic opportunity for partners all around the world, including re-solidifying our partnerships. Universal hydrogen just successfully launched. I think it's still true, America's first commercial jet and airline travel using hydrogen as fuel. We're very excited about that, and as I indicated, this hydrogen hub announcement, which partners and states are expecting in the upcoming weeks from the Department of Energy, translates to not just tens of billions of dollars in the short term, but the potential for hundreds of billions of dollars of economic activity in the West, with leading economic activity in New Mexico. And the 4 states who will be sharing that investment, innovation, and partnership are New Mexico. New Mexico's the lead, Colorado, Utah, and Wyoming, to really solidify that our successes need to go beyond one community, one business sector, one state partner, but it is the effect of the whole investment strategy, making sure that we grow a global economy and take advantage of those opportunities, particularly in today's environment. The last pitch really from New Mexico, in addition to solidifying once again our incredible commitment to the business community in Taiwan, to the Taiwan officials and any number of individuals who have aided in our successful relationship, and to make sure that we further and deepen those economic and relationship ties in New Mexico, is to really talk about the workforce and the quality of life aspects. I'm going to really focus that workforce opportunities are uniquely and directly tied to those quality of life issues. New Mexico is the only state in America with a constitutional right to high quality child care. We are already at 400% of poverty as we build a universal child care strategy for the state, making sure that families, parents, can engage in the workforce directly and successfully. We also have universal high-quality pre-K, making sure that education is universal for 3- and 4-year-olds. And we've invested billions of dollars in reshaping our public education environment, K through 12, making sure that New Mexico can transcend the aspect that high-poverty states in America don't have the same educational investments and opportunities. That is no longer true in New Mexico, as evidenced by our increasing graduation rates and our increases in literacy rates, with a goal of every New Mexican will be above proficiency, not just in reading, but every other aspect of the requirements for public education. And then to top that off, we are the only state in America with universal free college. And what that means is we're investing in 4-year, 2-year, making sure part-time, full-time, frankly, anytime, that if we're engaging in educating the workforce of the future, that we line up every single economic strategy of the state to address the fact that we are all concerned about the potential for a stagnant or shrinking global workforce. This is intended to make sure that trades and certificates are just as valuable as our investment in 4-year degrees. Last year when the ratings were out, New Mexico was only second to New Hampshire for increased college enrollment in the country, and in fact first for first-time freshman enrollment in both trades and 4-year institutions. We expect to have gained ground this year as we continue to robustly invest in that effort. Last and certainly not least, we are also directly investing billions of dollars into sustainable, affordable community living, which I will tell you had a lot to do with the success of solar manufacturing in Albuquerque. It's the quality of life educational strategies and how they line up with housing and community development, which is also occurring south in southern New Mexico at the Borderplex. So I want to close with, it is very exciting indeed to be here once again to highlight where we are, where we're going, to identify those successful business opportunities and partnerships that in large part are born by our relationships and commitment to strengthening those efforts and making sure that we create a roadmap for additional economic investment in the United States, with a focus certainly on each of our states, and a building partnership that can sometimes, more often than not, actually transcend official state borders and boundaries as we lean in together to make sure that our global investment in economic growth is successful indeed. Thank you again for the honor of participating in U.S. Business Day. Thank you so much again for the gracious hospitality. I am very encouraged and excited about our joint future. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Governor Lee Hong-Grisham. Please remain on the stage. We will now take a group photo. 接下来我们要合影. And now we invite the hosts and guests of honor to the stage for a group photo to commemorate this event. 让我们欢迎外贸协会黄志芳董事长. Next, we invite Dr. Lori Locascio, Director of the National Institute of Science and Technology. Ms. Sandra Ocker, Director of AIT. 经济部林全能常务次长。经济部贸易局刘威廉副局长。Honorable Katie Hobbs, Governor of the State of Arizona. Mr. Daniel Schlegel, Chief of Staff to the Governor of the State of New Mexico. Ms. Sandra Watson, President and CEO of Arizona Commerce Authority. Ms. Melanie Mandiola, CEO of the Guam Economic Development Authority. Mr. Tim Eccles, Public Service Commissioner at the State of Georgia. Mr. Tom Keeley, Director of the Idaho Department of Commerce. 经济部投资处陈文成副处长。Ms. Karen Merrick, Secretary of Commerce and Trade of the Commonwealth of Virginia. 以及美国各州政府办事处协会的严树分会长，欢迎您。Okay, please move closer to each other so we can all fit into the photo. And now please look into our photographer in the center together. Once again, please look into our camera in the center together. Okay, please now look into the cameras in the back for our media.
还有说有个那叫疑似可以真的翻译真的吗？疑似吗？知道吗？逐字翻吗？赶快一句一句翻吗？就是你讲完之后，对，我有关系哎。
抽他啊！抽发言人，对，还抽他。台北代表发言人。
等下手要谁知道？
真的要站上。那可以顺便问他这次来有没有跟台积电见面？
我要问他8月。动线。
他应该，可是他这次来，我们应该也会见面。
要问你。
然后他们有没有谈论你们他们怎么解决的？会。我们就是，等下我们什么问题就直接讲中文，然后那个司令名自动翻译成英文这样子。那你们一人给我多少钱？好，先问县长。
新会先新墨西哥，新墨西哥先。
这两个就开了。
大家都是来台积。这个翻译机带来没有翻译？
还有吗？没有了。
不到了。翻译的人真的躲在楼上。超晚的啦，还好我跟长官说拜托开13。
他本来开我
12怎么来得及啊？对，我们还要连线。你们什么？1230。
我帮您先写一张。
哦。你们中午还是搭德国一起？
没有，
我是这里
12点才来啊。就先这里了。不会吧？都在这了。还是我来吧。在里面。
新木有讲说他要带我去美国。 墨西哥州长说再等5分钟，他整理一下后到场。
最痛苦这一场，我怕我什么都听不懂。我记得去年也很，我也是对。去年我记得这里还有一些，然后我们就这样蹲在前面。
对呀。
他去哪里？
哎，我去年就是回去那个路上完全
亚利
炸牌，炸肉啊！走那个太多，怎么要死了？
怎么办啊？
你去年发几年？1、2、3，
我忘记了。可是就连线，好像是一个连线，然后可是连线就很好的，可是连线就很快，当场就要
下一个拜。
对啊，我到底要讲话，到底讲什么？还没消化吗？
里面没有人，要等谁？
没有，他说他整理一下，等下
他在那边等整理。
他说他想上个洗手间，对。
他说带过来，我记得他说要带过来啊。
墨西哥，
说坚持要先墨西哥，但他怕我对，是怕走走走。
应该都知道吧？他说他们2个都要去整理一下。
好啦好啦，一起快速终结它。
他那你在台上拍完照是要整理什么？
希望他回答的亲民一点。
他来了。
红色这个。
来。
看吧啊。来，试一下。来，谢谢。大家都可以说一下，这不是
你还叫他高的？
为什么叫外交线啊？
对啊，现在多少钱？
我家庭啊，
我要录制啊，你要即时翻译。哦，他现在帮我拿翻译。
反正我们也没有问题。
是不是你有可能是双重跑堂？我好像真的不知道。
不是，我们现在是要分工合作，然后现在是
分工合作，好，那我旁边来，你来，你要翻译。对，我翻译，我用翻译机翻译。
好，搭配。
好，他一定会帮我们翻译的。
不会啊，就是翻译，这是我翻译的。
翻译输入吧。
这是双重啊，不然我怕是你。
因为我忘了，我可能就忘了，所以已经。
对啊。
对，哎，什么问题呢？他大概讲，我再唤起思敏的记忆。OK，双重。3个，可是就没有太多。
半这个一半。
假的。
不会，就早上3点啊。
还是，可是没办法，那个思敏没办法又问又记他。
对不起，我不能多问处理。我脑子最近有点。
太少人来了，如果在一个方向来就可以了。一个是发言担当，一个是组织开口担当之类的。
我想我们一个题。
有人要帮忙问那个 House 州长关于
是在一个奥
台积电建厂
都可以，英文超好的那种都可以。
大家都会问，那就。
是找一个爱丽桑那个切身色的哦，那个是我们上过的好高，但是翻译的经验中准。我觉得好像，可是你有看那个？
到底什么意思？
我是那个，对，我记得我看到过。可是我们没有，没有人要问，像说听讲为什么？是有印象声音。现在11点10分。
没有，就是要说我们帮
下面 就我等下也不用连线，播不到。
他就不要累。
他是想要一家一家去采买，然后上面有一系列的最新的报道，主要是就是我觉得，就是你在跟持等之间对于这个题目的那种，就是我们因为这个大家所以我们就是可以做这样的。
这我要包什么？我要包张忠谋，然后再包台股。
天哪，你要台股崩了！
台积电的股价，
天哪，
是不是有？
他还要报台股，
加油，他们刚知道，
好疯狂，太疯狂了，真的是。
对啊，后面股价也没什么，他前面有讲说有。
对啊。
可是讲一下下，因为也有讲说什么是有
就是对。
就是如果说有一些
确定要发1了。
联络的话，
可以发，就是用连线档吗？可是我觉得我觉得不用连线，播不到。
今天是周休日。
根本就没有办法。
他开也是因为要做面子给冒险，因为他们跟冒险，不然他才不会开。
对，有受访的。那你要放冒险的白吗？不可能像。看他说什么。可能就连放黄字放那个致辞我不想放，没有空间。然后连放可能也会放。对啊，我就是干哦，因为你太多了。对，我没办法。除非他等下什么都不说。冒险在哪里？在那里。真的吗？这个名下他们你约他会吗？不知道。
到底是要画什么新娘妆出来？
真的吗？华视没有来，难得。
对啊。
没有来。
红色的。他们后来跟我们家考的。
他也有问我，但我好像因为那个是算社会的吧？
自己的，对，
我觉得那个就
可是我觉得社会不会知道。
如果说你对于怎么参与，
是最棒的给我的，对，是哦，是剪掉，对，剪掉。
可能顺便沟通一下。
他们走。就把刚才那个。
你去你们是记者是？对，还可以去啊，对啊，中午可以去。
嗯？
但是我觉得每次1、2都改了。我们就1、
一个时段，我现在有死定，讲到没关系，你就随上哦。我觉得我就做得很好，然后赶得出来。
这个本来很像
我们家要有
一什么意思啊？
我跟他说我真的来不及。
现在第1题
只是我还一。
对，就黄字头了，假联可以10点就给你。我说黄字头，假联10点就给你。
对啊，选前看得出来。然后你知道，你看这次政治之后，还是有
应该不会。
我要越来越买。
哎，他不会最后说不服。人家不是觉得在嘴上做一些。好，
这样好。
不高兴。他是新的，
还没好。西墨西哥还没好，所以要先亚利桑那州。
对啊。
不开心。为什么？
因为等太久了。
另外一个哦，太好了。可是他们2个不是一伙的，
他们是不同的场。
我知道啊，但是他们不是。
你看亚历山大州讲5分钟，新墨西哥跟你讲10分钟，这是要 double， 真的。
然后结束又让他先放，这样整个气。
好，这很我意思。
2个不好吗？所以西蒙会故意拖他，我才来经过。可是新闻讲来了没了怎么办？应该平面哦，应该还好。好，我是怕，我是怕。
我觉得新墨西哥州应该是因为它一个
很好啊，但应该只想我讲干嘛？
你要讲这个内容。
对啊。
哎，这边。
应对镜头。
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
And also I will pick questions.
Oh, pick question. Excuse me.
So like the camera.
No, I'm stopping.
Here, I can hold it, Ian. I can hold it.
Sorry.
Governor Hobbs, welcome to Taiwan.
Thank you.
So just want to know whether you have met TSMC and.
Excuse me. So please allow me to explain the protocol. So I will choose some of you to ask questions. So if you want to ask questions, please raise your hand and give me a hint. Then I'm going to translate for the governor if needed. Okay. So may I know
yes,
which
Bloomberg
media?
News, Debbie Wu from Bloomberg News. So I think everybody here wants to know about whether you have met with TSMC and then what you have discussed, and then whether you can give us an update on TSMC's progress in Arizona, and do you expect the project to go smoothly, or do you expect any further delay?
Sure. So we met with them yesterday. We toured one of the fabs and the water recycling plant, and very impressive. We talked about our continued partnership, their investments in Arizona, how we can continue to address any issues that come up. The project is going well in Arizona. I'm very impressed by the speed with which it's being built, and we are working through bugs and expect it to continue on schedule.
请问哪是要自报一下哪件？
Okay, Commonwealth Magazine. I have two questions. It's about how do you see the current status of TSMC supply chain now, and how do you solve the labor shortage challenge of semiconductor talents and technical workers?
So we are continuing to welcome TSMC suppliers to Arizona. We have announced, I think, 30 in the last year or so. And so Arizona is a great place to build a semiconductor ecosystem because we have a highly skilled workforce. And just in my short tenure as governor, the last 8 months, we've announced several initiatives to continue to build that skilled workforce and continue to make Arizona a great place to build chips.
Mary from Formosa Television. So because like you just mentioned during the speech that you're blown away by the scale, and like TSMC, the project, the fab is like one of the biggest like foreign direct investment rates. But like it seems like there's some like differences in between the U.S. and Taiwanese like work culture. How is the government going to like assist with TSMC and also other companies that go overseas and invest in Arizona?
Yes, certainly, and that's part of the importance of visits like this to help understand the culture, hear from folks that are maybe experiencing issues and how we can work through them. And we're continuing to make sure that we have the skilled workforce that's needed, both on the advanced manufacturing side, but also the construction side, so that we can continue these investments.
Business Weekly magazine. So, given the recent discussions on TSMC's, like the TSMC chip has to come back to Taiwan for packaging, and how's your discussion with TSMC on advanced packaging in the U.S.?
Yep, part of our efforts at building the semiconductor ecosystem is focusing on advanced packaging. So we have several things in the works around that right now.
So in discussion with
Yes.
TSMC.
Yes.
我有问题。如果没有问题的话，我们就要结束了。
Can I ask one more about the labor union? So, is the Arizona government helping with the talks between TSMC and the labor union to resolve the concerns of the construction workers in the state?
Yes, absolutely. I think it's important to state that there are 12,000 construction workers on the site every day. The majority of those are skilled Arizona workers. And we're continuing to work to bring everyone to the table to address the concerns.
So one more question. So it's a follow-up question. So you visited TSMC yesterday, but when the chairman of TSMC, Mark Liu, he said that he visited Arizona in August. So have you met with him during that time and went to the fab together to like walk around and see like how's going?
I didn't meet with him on his recent visit in August, but we did have a chance to meet when he was out there for the first tool-in ceremony in December.
OK， 谢谢大家。Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
我在讲先进制程，封装 packaging。